Good afternoon, curling fans. Welcome into the second match of our doubleheader today on this final day of the four-man leagues here in Belgium. We had a little bit of a scheduling change. We were originally supposed to show Smerek Lokska against the Belgian Cubs. However, this Equipe Vergnaud Desperate Housekeepers match has direct implications on who gets promoted or who gets relegated or not from the A division. So we decided to swap this one in. So Equipe Vergnaud playing for their lives, playing for their A division lives. Now they've got a bit of a lifeline because they have the tiebreaker, the head-to-head tiebreaker against the Grey Ducks. So they just need 1 point. They can play for a tie today. Grey Ducks needing a Housekeepers win, and they will get to stay up. So hoping to see an exciting match. Housekeepers, they're locked into second place. They have nothing to play for except to, ruin somebody's season. So it depends on who paid who, how much.
How do you feel if you're in that position? Do you feel like some kind of Roman Empire who get to decide Grey Ducks, Fury, Grey Ducks? It feels like, that's how things go in a round robin and how things go in the league. But I've noticed Danielle is here from the Grey Ducks. Tom van Waterschot, who prepped the ice, is also here for the Grey Ducks. They will be watching this game very closely. And I don't know if Stefan, Chris, Seppe are out there watching, but I know they will look at this game and have their fingers crossed. They don't really root for a loss, so they'll probably root for Housekeepers to win. But it's important for them. Grey Ducks have been in League A since they started the team. They got to start in League A because I think Stefan and Tom had enough points to be entitled to start in League A. They have always maintained their position in A. They had a few player swaps. We had Christophe and Xavier at 1 point playing for the Grey Ducks. They formed their own team. We had Seppe come in. But now I think it could be that the Grey Ducks might relegate to the B, and that would be a second legendary curling player going to the B. We had the Walter relegating to B. Dirk, also one of the absolute Belgian legends, is in B, and if Viry is able to maintain their position in A, then we would have Tom van Waterschot relegated in the B. So that's also a third Belgian legend that would wave goodbye to top level curling here in Belgium. But could also be that Viry loses and then they will drink some champagne. Who knows?
Well, who will drink champagne? Viry? No, not if they lose.
No.
But they have, and it's this Housekeepers team, even with playing with a 3-man rotation today, they're not a walkover. And I don't expect them to.
Definitely not.
I think pride will keep them from just phoning this one in. I think they're going to want to win. They're going to want to prove that, hey, they really are this team to beat. One of the teams to beat in this league. So
that's the thing indeed. We noticed it during club championships or even if it's a friendly game, even if there's nothing at stake, you at least always want to win your game if you're on the ice. And especially now, they're on primetime TV. They know they're going to be watched, so you want to kind of show off your best curling because it's going to be on YouTube. We will have the highlights, the reels, the shorts, all of that stuff is out there. So all the more reasons for Housekeepers to still win and kind of prove that, okay, maybe Team Verreken is team unbeatable, not team all wins, but at least team unbeatable. But right underneath, we have Housekeepers that have had strong seasons, kind of the last couple of seasons. They were second last year, second in the winter round, and they're going to have a strong second now. And I think they will kind of want to showcase that that's their spot in Belgium curling. But let's have a look at the standings. But we know all of these things from the top of our heads because we have been updating those rankings pretty lately. But this is League A. As you can see, all of the leagues are very close. We have one A League game, a B League game, and a C League game this afternoon. And only in the A League game, there is still something at stake. Team Vergnaud sitting 7th, but a tie or a win could... I have no clue what you...
I'm just drawing an arrow to right there. This is the important part.
Yeah.
At the moment, Team Vergnaud sitting in that 7th spot, but they have it in their hands. They are playing this match where Grey Ducks just have to sit back and watch, and they cannot control anything.
That seemed like a very horrible position to be in. Have no control of the outcome.
Last night or yesterday afternoon, Tom was saying that it was last night that he had the hammer, he had the stone in the last end for the win, and he gutted that he missed it. And that would have made this match irrelevant if they had if they had won that. So, that's tough. And now it's up to
Up to Viri and also because they've lost their game, but also on the sheet right next to them, Takeout Tigers were playing Glasgow Rangers. Takeout Tigers won against Glasgow Rangers, and that was also not a good result for the Greatix, because if Takeout Tigers would have lost, then Greatix was also saved. Being for them, that was the worst case. Yeah. Takeout Tigers winning, them losing, and then having to wait and see what happens. But that's curling. I mean, it comes down to the last one, and you have to play every game. It's only done when it's done.
Yeah, you play it on the ice, not in the standings. Mm-hmm. So, this is what's going on right now. Over on sheet C, we have the Belgian Cubs against Smeragloska. Smeragloska winning their first ever Belgian match. So, and quite well, I don't want to say handily, because they allowed Ramstein to get back close, but a 9-7 win over Ramstein. But they were winning 9-4 going into that last end. kind of made it interesting. But they are playing over there, looking for their second win. And then over on sheet A, it is our international affair between Luxembourg and the Schroepkes from the Netherlands. I believe there's still some. No,
everything is
settled there. That's right. Yeah. If the Blue Huskies had won earlier, that match would have had an effect.
We calculated it back. They were apparently relegated even up front, because if they would have won against the Schroepkes, then they would have lost the tiebreaker against Luxembourg. There was some tiebreaker stuff going on there. So, but then again.
Fortunately, you don't have to worry about that match.
We don't have to worry about all of the matches. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to kind of predict weight, but then this is our LSD, but then we have a 3-way tie, but then they have the head-to-head. But the cool thing is, at the end of the season, it all comes together, and we have a nice and clean overview. And I think in League B, let's have a look at what happened in League B this season. I think the first thing that I would notice is, remember, halfway after the first weekend, Steenhoed was sitting very strong. They had 3 wins out of 3 games. They won against Ries, won against Köln, and then Köln and Ries they tied, which was at that moment in time a good result for Steenhoed, because that could be that 2 competitors would rule themselves out. But that tie, in hindsight, became the thing that knocked Steenhoed out of the race, because Köln and Ries they tied. They had a little extra point, and Steenhoed, unfortunately, they weren't able to get that extra win. They lost against the Huskies. I think that was unexpected for Steenhoed. I think they really hoped to win that one, and we will not see Steenhoed back in League A. They were second in the first half of the season, and now they're third, so they are just underneath those promotion spots, but maybe next year.
Yep. The team's getting ready to go back out on the ice. We're getting the last of the warm-ups out there. Just over my shoulder, the Belgian Cubs doing the Macarena to warm up as a team.
Yeah. So this is the story of League B. Do you have any kind of thing to add about what we learned from Team B? I think Köln and Ries, strong team. They became stronger during the season. They missed their promotion first half, but now they are in League A. And same goes for Köln. Köln and Ries, they played in the second B pool. They played with the Takeout Tigers, which means that as of next year, the top 3 of that B pool of the winter round will be playing in A, so that's pretty nice.
So it makes us look even better.
That makes us look even better, yeah.
That we stayed there. So it's looking really strong. Yeah, we're seeing some Huskies, big lineup.
It's not the same team. It's the same name, but it's a different team.
So I don't want to say it's a shock that they are going down. I mean, they had 2 new players, Britt and Jana, in their first season of playing. Hanna Goubert also playing, first time playing like proper senior division, senior level curling. So they did really well. I mean, they've been in it. Just unfortunately, the results haven't been there. So they'll go down to the C division, have some things to work on, get some more competition down there, and hopefully we'll see them back up into B. I think Kim and Verla, the veterans of that team, I think they know what they're doing. They just need to get everybody up on the same level. So I don't think it'll be too long before we see them back into B.
Well, that's still a question, because I've talked to Kim, and it's still a question: will Britt and Jana play for the Huskies in the second part of the season, or will they kickstart their own team Begeleiding in League C? That's also a scenario that's out there, and if that's the case, then it's up to Kim and Ville to recruit some new players again and kind of make sure that the Huskies are out there next season. I know there are more female players. We have people from Belgium television show, The Droomfabriek, who might come in, and if they can be able to persuade those people. We have Caro, alternate for Verreken. Is she going to be alternate for Verreken next season, or something going to happen there? Annemiek also didn't play in this half of the season. Is she? She's gonna maybe show some interest in joining a team. That's all a big question mark, but definitely interesting things to follow up during the summer months and back in September.
Yeah, the off season is often called the silly season because weird things happen. So we're gonna see. Who knows? Maybe one of these A division teams breaks up. Maybe some of the B. We honestly don't know.
It's always a question.
It's going to be interesting to see. The deadline to register is end of August, so I think that we will be seeing.
I think it's end of July.
End of July.
Yeah, because in August Dirk starts to make the calendar. So I think July 31st is normally the deadline. Let's go to the standings of League C.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Because we didn't really mention what happened this year in League C that much, but this is the result. Jakob Wipe My Eyes going up, and we mentioned it before, Luxembourg ladies, this close from going to be.
Hold your fingers 4.2 millimeters apart, and that's how far they missed it by.
Yeah, indeed.
And, one stone a little bit deeper in the house, and it changes things dramatically.
Now, there is an off chance. Dirk said it's always a kind of a big guess how many teams will sign up for next year. If a team from League B would drop out, if there's an extra dropout because a team doesn't continue or whatever, or on the other side, if we have more signups, more teams coming in, could be that League B grows by one spot, and if there's one extra available spot, Luxembourg ladies will most probably kind of be filled in that spot. So they can still cross their fingers, promote Belgium Curling League, try to persuade as much teams to join in. That's also a way to secure a place in the C division. That happened in the past, by the way. Takeout Tigers at some point relegated, but because of a growth of the league and a team dropping out, we got restarted in League A, although we finished last.
Yeah, wasn't a good result.
So it could happen. There are precedents here.
Yeah.
But then the VD2, that's kind of a disappointing result. They started very strong in the B group. At some point, they were even kind of playing for a League A promotion game. They just needed one win. That would be enough to be promoted. But then they lost all of their games in one weekend, and they didn't manage to come back to the B. And one thing I really wanted to add, Smeerhosken, their first victory in the history of their BCL career. So big kudos to them, and I hope they will grow and be a competitive team and kind of be better each year. They could be a team to reckon with in a couple of years. Young guys, motivated guys. So they play tournaments abroad. Have high expectations of them.
That's looking forward to seeing those guys next year. We'll keep an eye on their match. We'll keep you guys updated with the scores on both sheets as well as this one here. We see they're getting ready with the last measurement of the LSDs.
Yeah.
So
that leaves us with one more task for us to do.
Predictions.
Yeah.
I had the most recent correct prediction. I think I'm going to go out, I don't want to say go out on a limb, but I am going to take our friends from the South. I'm going to go with Equipe Vergnaud on this. I think they've got that drive. They've got something to play for, and I think that's going to give them that extra motivation to play really well on this one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that argument, but still, I want to counterweigh. I want to prove you wrong once and for all, because this prediction will decide the whole fate of the entire season. We can forget all of the other predictions. So I am going with Housekeepers. I think they're strong, and maybe that little edge of not having the stress to perform, that kind of little relaxation that you can't do anything wrong, that might help in a sport where stress is a factor, and maybe that will give them the edge. And they have very decent players. They are seconds, and there's a reason why there are seconds this year, winter round, last round. So my money of what's left of my money, basically. Yeah. I've lost my house. I've lost my shed, basically. So
you can still sleep in your car. So
I can sleep in my car. Yeah. But this is where I'm gonna place my bets.
Okay, so I see Jeremy is getting ready. So Housekeepers have that. We are all good to go there. So. Or Cedric is getting ready to start things off, so we're going to move to the... Oops.
Yeah, let's
camera. Let's do this one.
Near camera. Yeah. Yes, sir.
As we get ready, next we have yellow. The skips are mic'd up, but I also know that Stefan is not a huge talker out on the ice. It will be in French, and so Pim will be having to do some translation.
Ah oui, bien sûr. Bienvenue aux téléspectateurs français.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, now we're really like this Eurovision broadcast where we have to repeat everything in French because everybody will accept the English voiceover except for one country that that keeps resisting, like Asterix and Obelix, the one stronghold there.
Team starting out in the house. Housekeepers just taking it out. Now, don't forget to vote in the poll. Who do you think is going to win? Right now, Housekeepers leading the poll, but early in the match, so still plenty of time to get your votes in.
Yeah, and remember your poll has a double layer because your vote will also determine is Fury going to relegate or are the Greatest going to relegate? That's a kind of the second baseline.
I actually thought about putting that as the poll. Will who will be relegated to or who will stay in League A?
Yeah.
Housekeeper.
Confused man or
housekeepers are already like Vergnaud or Grey Ducks. But then I thought Grey Ducks aren't playing, so we'll just stick to the standard.
Yeah.
Come on.
This one is going to catch it, but is it going to catch it enough? Not hard enough to move it out of the house, and the shooter is going to roll slightly deeper than the other, so Vergnaud still staying in shot.
Yeah. It's also a nice game for Curdia because on the ice we have Bram, co-caster of Curdia.
Yep.
We all know him. We have our famous broadcaster here. We have confused old man John, and then we have pitch choice Bram.
Encore, tout le long, encore.
Keep going. This one, very nice. Gets rid of it, keeps the shooter in the house. That's exactly what they want. Keep the house split.
Zonne verre. Ja. Take out, 2-5.
For the takeout on this one. Now we're going to see how is this going. How is the three-man rotation going to affect, housekeepers? Obviously, when you have fewer people, the leads get to throw. The front end gets to throw more stones, which is always good idea. However, the sweeping could see some people getting tired. So that actually comes out and helps Vergnaud there by keeping a guard or a backing behind it. So
Thomas got reminded, hey, you have to stay there. You're vice. You have the. And I had a special assignment that was given to me by Sebastian Dalle, the skip of the Housekeepers. He requested me, can you please check in on Kevin? See if he's watching. He is supposed to be watching. If not, I can predict some troubles there in the team.
Whoa.
This one coming in maybe a little bit deeper than they'd like. Probably thought there was going to be a little bit more curl there. I mean, right there on the button, a little bit past T-line. Maybe sets up a double with the possibility of holding the shooter.
2-7 gewoon. Ja. 2-7 naar buiten rollen. Als we ze alle twee mee hebben, leuk. Vooral die eerste weg. Oké. Denkt jij dan 2-5 doen? Ja.
Discussion
2-5,
about
minder uit.
Rob suggesting going with the higher speed. So Going to adjust the position of the broom.
Bijgeven. En hakt.
Hard for the line.
Hakt.
This one's going to catch over on the nose.
Vallen.
Maybe needed a little bit more ice on that. Jeremy's first stone of the afternoon. It is afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon.
It's definitely afternoon, yeah.
Just making sure it's not evening. Yesterday, for some reason, when we finished our match, I thought it was 6 in the evening. It's like, no, that's when we started. Simple nose hit there. Still going to see another chance at this double out.
Meegeven. Oh. Yes. Hakt. Go.
Gonna hit on the correct side of the nose. It catches it. Oh, fantastic stone there. Clicked, hashtagged, all of that you can name. Great. And holds the shooter. Fantastic stone there. Now, housekeepers are sitting really good with the split house. Vergnaud opting to take this one out. It gets on the nose.
I'm starting to get this deja vu from last game where it's take out.
Yeah. I think we'll see a bit more than just takeouts in this game, because Vergnaud can't afford to just play a hitting game the whole match.
No,
I don't think that plays into their favor.
We had Timo and Wim Milleman coming over to apologize. Like, sorry, I know this was a boring game. We didn't really give the fans a lot to watch, to be excited about. But hey,
Sorry.
A little bit of a mistake there from Sebastian. Rolls the shooter, or catches it on the side. Shooter rolls out. So it's going to give an opportunity for Vergnaud to get rid of this yellow one out there in the back of the house.
Yeah. Vergnaud, they recently won the Viry Cup. So that's the tournament, the yearly tournaments back in Viry-Châtillon they host. And I think close to 30 teams participated in that cup. And Stefan was able to win that one, so just proves that he's the best at his home base.
Yep, he is a very good player. Now, you played in that tournament, correct?
Yep.
Was it the same team, or did he play with a different group of
it was a different group of people. I didn't directly play him. I played in the tournament, but I wasn't scheduled to play against him. But he played with his son and his daughter. New upcoming young talent there in Viry.
As we are singing his praises, it gets that one a little bit on the outside, so shooter rolls away. That gives an advantage back to housekeepers.
How do you feel, John, about the fact that the season is kind of ending after this weekend? I mean, there's still the doubles, and then there's the cup, but then there's the Gouden Carolus, but this is that kind of first milestone that announces the end of a season here.
Oh, it's always a little bittersweet. You know, by the end of the season, a little bit tired, but also sad to see that the curling season is going to be over. No more, very little competitive curling after this. Just some doubles matches for us, and then the Carolus Cup, which we are not entered in.
No.
So, although I have been asked to join Gary's team if we are not broadcasting, so I will not broadcast and play at the same time. That's going to be too much.
That's not feasible. I mean, how would you broadcast your own final? That's the first question.
I'd wear a microphone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I think indeed, I mean, although there are still some matches, it feels like the high stakes games, the BCL, that's the kind of serious business stuff, that's over, and then there are kind of the nicer little prizes, but they are more recreational. You want to have the Bonspiel. I think the doubles is considered a bit recreational, except for the mixed.
You know, I don't consider that. You know, if we have a chance to win a title, you know, league title, that's going to be something.
Yeah, that's true. We have the cup, but we also want to have the league in the open doubles.
We would have the double. So this one unfortunately goes through, and now it's an option for Housekeepers, and they look like they are going to play for the draw, take the points.
Nee, jawel. Wil je alsjeblieft stealen?
Opting for
they want to draw it. Oh, and this is not the best sliding there for
not seen Brum do that ever. Nacho, good morning, buenos dias.
Nacho.
Nooit.
You should check of our premium members.
You should check your emotes, the emojis, Nacho. We got a couple of new ones in there for you. Oh, this one is going to carry through. No, sticks in the back. So,
and the question was this what Housekeepers wanted? I guess so. Otherwise, they would have probably swept it out. So,
Nee, ik zou dat niet in mijn WCT doen, maar.
All right, so virtually, Firi is in League B, Cradux is in League A. That's the virtual stands as after one ends, but 7 more ends to come.
That would be something if we could figure out some kind of programming for that. That it's like as it stands, a constantly updating graphic we can put up there.
We need extra stuff for that, but. Yeah, I know it's important for Fury, but I think also Danielle from the Gradux, who's the timekeeper for this game, she's also kind of watching this result with a close eye because she's a player of the Gradux, of course.
Nacho pulling for the Housekeepers. As Thomas will start things off. Housekeepers playing with a 3-man rotation, so first 2 will get to throw 3 stones each before the anchor throws the last 2.
Niks doen. Ja, girl.
It also means that we'll see more solo sweeping from the Housekeepers, which could play a factor and be an important factor at the end of the match. That one just curls over onto that center line. So tick rule is in play.
Rien. Shoop. Whoa.
Plenty of room.
Whoa. Wait, shoop.
Shoop is sweep.
Allez.
Will not curl enough.
This note was a bit wide, so I think we're going to see the hit and roll here. And we saw this last night too with or this morning with Vereka. They're a little bit struggling with their draw weights. Ice is quite fast.
Wachten! Len! Oh!
Line looks okay on this one. Just need to make sure that it hits.
It will stay below nose hits.
Yep. Bram should have listened. Sebastian was saying, hey, ho. Sometimes sweepers go rogue and it pays off, and sometimes not so much.
BCL hebben. Shoot!
Wanting to get the sweep, but don't think this one's going to get onto the inside. Trying to get this to curl over and just catch that yellow one.
Catches it, but misses it.
Not hard enough to move it out of the house. It does push it out to the other side of the guard.
Oké.
So I think
Als hem te zacht is, oké, hè.
Timo is messing with the TV.
Stel uit. Go. Go.
Ooh, this one's
Watch the
quite
curl, watch
wide.
the
You're going to need
curl.
this to curl. Usually we
Watch the
see a
curl,
lot of
Jim.
curls start right around that
Ja,
logo.
curl, kom aan. Kom aan. Oh. Ziet er heel mooi uit.
This one's going to end up nice.
Heel mooi.
Good stone there. Nicely placed guard from Thomas. Or Bertles is what is on his shirt. Sometimes we have to figure out which names do we put on the scoreboard, because Sebastian goes by Dalla, Thomas goes by Bertles.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just make up our own nicknames for.
Wait! Encore, la rouge.
Gets the
nice.
double. I love that shot.
You can click that one.
Nou,
Excellent stone there.
Winkels in de guard.
Good call from Stefan to keep the sweepers on it. Gets the right angle and gets rid of it. Housekeepers, though, still have... They do have that guard there, so I think we're going to see them try to come behind that.
Yeah.
However, they could also opt to put a guard in the middle, kind of clog that up.
Oeh. Geen marge.
Yeah, very little curl here today on the ice.
Yeah, this one's staying a bit wide. Then trickles into the house.
Wait.
Immediate call for line here.
Oh! Wait! Encore!
Can they find a roll? They could.
Get the roll, but will it roll too far? Ooh, no, just, well, peeks out the other side,
Yep.
but still keeps that guard in play if they come out over that one.
Very decent attempt there, and two
Ja.
excellent stones there.
Achter onze
voor
guard,
Laurent.
ja.
They're looking to go in behind. Quick update from Sheet A. Luxembourg scored 2 with the hammer in the first, so they lead it 2-0 over Donschopkas in the second.
Yeah, the Stropkes, they mentioned, although there is not a lot at stake, they are still playing for that third spot in League B. It's they want to be top 3 in the B League. Because they won against St. Hood, so they could have that tiebreaker there.
This one's coming up just a little bit light and a little bit wide, so stays out in the open. And does not get to the shot position, so it's still sitting second. And then over on Sheet C,
Ça ou carrément ça?
The
Cubs scored one. Yeah, I was waiting for someone to get out of the way of the scoreboard. Equipe Vergnaud going with the split house here, wanting this one to curl out wide. They'd like to keep this one above the tee, but seems a little bit heavy, and that's going to be helped out the back by Thomas.
Rechtals hier van ons, doortikken.
So looking to play the little drop, the tap back here on this one.
Yep.
They can go back with a little angle, get it behind either one of the guards there, or straight back, keep it behind this guard, or behind the shooter. This one staying a little straight. Is it going to curl over enough? There it goes.
Ooh, nice tap back.
A little bit of tap out to the side.
And it rolls behind a red zone. It's behind T line though, but yeah.
I like
Good
that
work.
one.
Yeah.
It's really tough one to go out after over there. You don't want to really push your own stone back just yet. So Stefan looking, hey, there's a double here. Do we want to try that? You know, picked it up in the first end, so hey, why not try it in end number 2?
Wait. Allez, encore.
Trying to hold this one on the outside. Looks decent. Is this going to have a chance to get over?
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
And
Double
it
take
does. Two ends for twice and 2 ends. Fantastic stone from Jeremy.
Very good, very good.
We have clicked,
Oh,
and we are going to be watching that over and over. Yes.
Yeah,
High fives for should sweepers deserve a lot of credit on that one as well.
definitely.
For holding that over.
I missed those kind of stones in the previous game. Was a bit boring to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, when you throw 90% takeouts, you don't have that many opportunities to hit these fantastic ones because there's no stones to hit. Or there's no stones to go, extra stones to go after.
Whoa! Nooit.
Housekeeper's going to get rid of that red one there.
Hoppa, ja, doe maar, curl. Ja, big.
It's hitting the yellow one. I think it's taking out their own stone there.
It does, and want the shooter to slide over to keep it open.
An unfortunate miss there from Bram. Maybe a bit early in the game to already put a slam on the ice, but I don't think he will like missing a takeout like that.
No. Yeah, so this is going to have Vergnaud the opportunity to split the house, and they'll have an opportunity, I think, to draw for 2. Provided this one stays in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but splitting the house here could be a good result. That's with housekeepers only having 1 more stone, they need to either do a takeout to try to find some protection with a decent draw.
Assurez dedans, hein. Assurez dedans, assurez là.
Make sure it's in. Think it is. You don't want it too deep though. Everything in front of the tee line should be okay.
That one, nice stone, good plate, well placed.
Yes, indeed.
So we're gonna see. We heard the freeze.
Freeze is pretty difficult. You can also try and kind of do a double, or not a double, but a roll. A take out and see if you can roll behind the left one.
Nou, we moeten er sowieso 1 uitspelen. We moeten er sowieso 1 uitspelen. 2-7.
I think if you want to take out a stone, then why not a shot stone? Or am I missing something? Why would you not take out the shot stone? Is there a...
I don't know. I think
a reason?
Bram was looking at this possible double.
2-5.
Well, he thinks the double is there, so it's worth taking the risk. I'm not too sure I agree with this. I think I would rather, yeah.
Why not? Well, it's their call, of course. If they feel comfortable with trying to do a double. And also, we said it in the beginning. This is a televised game. Shot the matches there. Highlight reel is there.
This one feels outside. It's going to curl over to the middle, but not far enough.
No. And this will be an open takeout or a draw. It's depending on what they... I might be tempted to just draw, maybe draw up against the red shot zone that's already there. Yeah. If they can find the weight, then they can draw for 2 here. And was it a questionable call to try and attempt that double takeout and not go for the shot zone? Because it's either a double takeout, but as soon as when it's not a double takeout or if you miss, you basically leave a very easy way for your opponent to score 2 on their hammer. And is that what you want? Do you want to?
I think there was no place to go if they went after the shot stone other than leaving it open. And
you could roll to the left and roll behind.
If they got behind the guard, then they weren't shot at that point, and so then it becomes just another open draw, which is what they have here. This one though looks heavier side. They want to make sure that it's not going to tap that red too far, but I think that's going to be okay.
Why? Small tap is not the worst, but can be too hard though. No, and that's two for Viri, and virtually Greydux are in League B and Viri is in League A. I think it's nice to kind of repeat on the bigger story here, because there's the story of the game, but then there's also the story of the league, and those 2 stories go hand in hand in this game.
Yep. And right now I'm looking like a genius, picking Vergnaud.
Oh yeah.
Although I looked like a genius for a while. They both lost.
Yeah. I have a little bit of doubts about the last call for the housekeepers here, but then again, if he would have made it,
yeah, I still think it was going to be a very difficult shot to make, especially with that, with the clockwise rotation on it. I think they would have wanted to go into out so you get that kind of gear effect. But
the thing is, why would you force yourself to throw a super difficult stone?
Ego. Cedric starting things off here in the third. Team Vergnaud leads 2-1 over Housekeepers with a really well played end and taking advantage of a questionable tactical decision from Housekeepers. Although I don't really think Housekeepers had many options, good options in that last one.
Yeah, the other option was taking out the shot stone and make sure that
making sure the shooter stayed somewhere.
Yeah, because at that point, Viri has to do something. But if your shooter is when exposed, it's also an open takeout for 2 points, basically. So it doesn't change maybe that much. But we'll never know for sure what could have happened in the multiverse. There was this one result. The thing with curling is it's a focus game, so you can have to forget what happens. Keep playing.
Yeah, it was a great opening stone from Cedric. Very close to the house, right on the center line. Almost forces Housekeepers to play out on the corner. Now we're seeing an interesting call here. They're going to put this on the corner itself. They're going to put Vergnaud's playing out for the corner. I think I would have rather seen a double center guard or something behind. Come around.
Shoot. Ouais, c'est bien, elle est bien,
This one.
J'ai cru qu'elle était un peu à l'extérieur au départ. Mais...
More or less where he wanted it to. Maybe a little bit outside of the line. Wanted it to curl a little bit more, but he was asking for it between the two guards, so more or less okay. I questioned the strategy a little bit on that one.
Well, maybe that wasn't not a goal. Maybe they wanted it deeper behind the yellow one.
That's not where he put his broom. Wasn't far enough, and it wasn't behind the yellow. So either I'm reading it wrong, which is possible. But covering up the middle is, you know, in their advantage. Housekeepers getting it around, but it's going to be a little bit deep. And it's just going to slide through the house.
Yeah, Housekeepers playing without Brecht, their regular 4. Is that something that we have to keep in account? It's not something we mentioned up front during our predictions, like to what extent is not having Brecht on a 4th position going to impact their game, but is that something we can put on the table right now as a question?
Obviously, 100%. It's you know, when you have people playing out of their usual position, I mean, obviously you want somebody who feels comfortable enough to get in there and fill in at 4th, but there is somebody, you know, they're playing outside of their comfort zone or playing outside of their usual, so that has some psychological effect. That's a very nice, very good stone there. Gets that splits.
Yep.
The shooter is biting the house at the top. Gets everything behind. Gets a shot stone behind a guard. Although it is a yellow guard out there. This one's coming with some weight. Calling for the sweep. Really looking for a hard one now. Trying to get down. This is going to catch over, and that's going to double those out as well. Fantastic.
You can click that one.
Oops. Great stone there from Thomas. Exactly what they needed.
That was an important one indeed. Now, John, a second question. We stay in League A. We know the newcomers are going to be Team Rees and Kekul. But if you had to choose, who would you choose as an opponent for next year? Would you rather have Greydux as an opponent or Viri?
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I mean, imagine if the goal is again, the mission is try to stay in A, try to be as competitive as possible. What would be your preferred outcome for the season here?
Based on our head-to-head matchups this season, I would choose Vergnaud because we beat them, and the Ducks manhandled us. They beat us pretty badly. There was no doubt about that one. Both these teams are so good. There's talent all the way through them. And then you have the skips, Tom and Stefan, that are great shot makers of their own right. That's
a tough question.
It's always tough, yeah. Because you can't really give either of them even the slightest opening, and they'll punish you for it. I would probably give a slight edge to Tom in that on that category, and therefore I think I would be happier facing Team Vergnaud. Happier with quotes.
Yeah, quote unquote. I think in terms of quality, it's a tough decision.
Oh, I just missed. If they'd have gotten that little tick off the red, they could have gotten behind the guard. Just misses.
That leaves a hit and roll here for Fury. Come in between, find that protection.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a mistake on Sebastian's part, not calling for that sweep sooner.
Yeah, they could have used that little chip off red to get behind the yellow guard there. Yeah, it's so hard to see sometimes. Sometimes you feel like it's gonna chip. I think in terms of that question, if I have to put them on a scale of quality, I think it's 50-50. But
this one's going to come down, get through.
Oh,
and they're going to get on the inside, and it's going to roll over, but just a little bit too much. Peaks a 3/4 out the other side.
Yeah, but it's still in a spot where it could make Housekeepers nervous.
Yeah,
they know we have one shot. We have to make sure it's out. If somehow we miss or we don't perform on this stone, they can really start to guard up their steal here. think that's a good call to make sure the front redstone is gone.
Yeah, Sebastian's saying let's peel it out. Let's get rid of it. They could double it with a nose hit.
Yeah.
That it's their own guard sitting in the middle.
Yeah, to come back to the question, I still would like to have Greydux in the A because I feel like I want to have a rematch against Greydux. Take out Tigers. We didn't play our best game against the Ducks. We had a very big... the Greydux had a very big score lead in the beginning of the game.
Ja, men sliding.
We were always in thinking, ooh, this one... Sebastian saying he was sliding was off, and yep, this one flashes right by, so huge opportunity for Equipe Vergnaud.
Yeah, this is a big one. This is where they can start to protect their steel.
Yep, they're going to throw up another guard here over the top.
Ouais, Cédric. Cédric. Allez, tous les deux, tous les deux, tous les deux.
Two, that means both of them.
Yeah.
Jusqu'elle passe, jusqu'elle passe. Allez, allez, encore, 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 encore.
Je comprends le français.
And I like this guard.
This is good. It's going to be stacked over. Ooh, doesn't quite get the overlap, but that's still nice and high. Covers the other edge. Good stone there from Jeremy, and you like to see that kind of versatility at your third. Someone who can throw a takeout and then come right back with one of the, a high guard.
Yeah,
that is not as easy as it looks.
Nope. Nope. I have first-hand experience with playing on the third position, and indeed. Get rid of that one redstone, but it's still a stealing game here, stealing business for the people from France, south of Paris.
Little suburb called Viry-Châtillon.
Ouais. Ouais, je pense que comme ça aurait pas être mal. Ouais, je pense que c'est pas mal.
Yeah, thanks to participating in the Viry Cup. At least now I know what the curling club, the venue in Viry looks like, and you've experienced that. Last year you played with Timo and you've won the cup.
We came home with a trophy, yes.
Yeah. Your name is on the trophy.
Everywhere I go, I just prove I'm a winner. He's very humble and soft-spoken.
Like a true American.
Tenez-la un peu!
That's such a modest people, the Americans.
Yes.
Sometimes we even forget that country exists because they are so... they just blend.
Allez, allez, allez!
They are hardly noticeable.
Trying to get this one to curl over a bit. Ooh, that's gonna...
There is a gap.
There's a gap there. It is tight, but you as housekeepers, you have to risk it.
Yeah.
And you just... At the worst, you clear up something at the front. Either if it's that top one, if it's that middle one that just got thrown, or if it's the one in the house.
Yeah, you have to try. There's a... You can't do anything wrong with hitting one of those redstones.
Max for curl!
We've had comments on some of Brahm's shots of the match about hogline violations, and he does let go very close to the stone. And is he going to squeak that one through?
Oh,
and he does, and gets it over and a little bit of a roll. That's clickable. Wow, Brahm, that is a fantastic stone.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they needed at that point right there.
Yeah, that was the one last option that was there for housekeepers. If they would have missed that, then Viry could kept on putting guards to secure their one stone in the house. Now they have to come out, try something again.
Now Viry using their thinking time because this is an important stone. Where do you put it? I see that yellow is behind the tee, but it's really tough to get at and get better than that without leaving it still kind of exposed. Possibly considering a run back. Or even just a tap back.
Ouais. Essaie de virer la jaune.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and run back. I think that's a decent option still.
It's early in the match. It's still, you know, the worst.
Yeah.
The most that Housekeepers can score is 2 in this one, so not not really a bad risk here.
I think he trusts the stone. Looks good.
Oh, this looks really good. They're going to catch on the nose there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and that's going to
yes.
stay in the house.
Stayed
too,
in the
so
house in a nice place. Now, red, they have 2 stones in the house. Excellent stone from Stefan there, and that was an important one. He made it.
High fives all around.
Yeah, they have 2 in the house. It's the question is, what do the housekeepers do? I think
They just have to draw.
They'll draw.
They have a draw between those reds there onto the 4 foot. Yeah, just come in. Well, the other way. I was too slow to draw. Thomas indicating it might be heavy.
Lamb.
Get the line.
Oh, but it could clip on a red one.
Get
it curls. Did he tap it? Because it suddenly curled.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
He tipped.
Yeah, for a minute I was like, it's white, it needs to curl, but then suddenly it took a big kernel that was tapped the broom.
So that's a big steal.
And that's 2, yeah, because red is still in. And although this is a very unfortunate thing to watch, I think it's still a very nice example of fair play in curling as a sport. It was an important stone for housekeepers. But
yeah, you know, it's
the spirit of curl is there. There is a kind of very honorable agreement, gentleman's agreement. If you tap the broom or if you tap the stone with the broom, you admit your mistake. You take the stone out of play, even though it's important.
I think he might have hit it with his foot and not
Or
the
foot.
broom, but yeah, either way, because it seemed to be honest though, that was right around the spot where it normally starts to pick up the curl.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that much of it, but
Yeah, it felt white, so I was like, it's gonna hit the red one, and suddenly it didn't. And it happens, but it's happened not in an important, crucial moment of the game. But still, you don't wanna. It's a 3-point difference between drawing and allowing VD to steal 2.
yeah.
And it's important for the housekeepers, but also for the Gredex. Yeah.
You see, that's I think I like this. This is good skipping from Sebastian. You know, make sure your guy knows you're not mad at him. Get him up. Try to get it out of it. It's over. You can't change it. So
We all had those moments, to be honest. Nobody does those things on purpose. Unless, of course, there was a bribe. But probably not.
probably not.
I mean, imagine if this was a high-stakes game where there was money on the line and you have people betting on things. If this was football, people would start asking questions about, hey,
Well,
what is
100% would there be like people waving, "Hey, what's going on? This is check his bank account."
Yeah.
Ah, je la finis sinon.
But that's the nice thing about curling. I think that's one of the most honest and integrable sports there is out there. Is integrable the right word? Well, you're a native speaker, so you should
Trying
know,
to
right?
think of what word you were actually trying to say.
Look, you have integrity. So
Honest and no, because an integral means something else. Yeah.
when you say
Oké, wacht er dan voor
the
curl.
sport has a lot of integrity, it's a dot sport.
It's
Op de,
we don't
op het
really
einde
say
curl
that.
seconden.
But you know what I'm. Well,
Yes,
Curl,
yeah.
curl,
Yeah.
curl, curl, curl. Come on, nog. Come on.
Kat!
Yeah, and the American language, the word integrity is very hard to use in sentences. It's not a word they often use. So if you ask them how do you use this word in a sentence, it blows their mind basically. I don't know.
Jérémy!
I never used that word in a sentence before.
That's not true. Structural integrity. Use it for buildings.
Allez, elle est plus courte que l'autre là. Elle est un peu plus courte.
Can they get it behind the guard? They need to sweep. It probably will not curl enough, but can they get it in a nice
merci.
position? It bites. And I also like that. Takes away some options for housekeepers.
Yeah, I still think Housekeepers is enough of a gap they can roll this over behind.
Yeah, and also the biter makes it a
Wait.
possible double.
Yep. Not going to worry about. Definitely not going for the double here.
If this ends up being a double, I'm gonna...
Land!
It's not the intended
No.
double, that's for sure. This one looking pretty good. Needs to just get over to the inside of the nose. That's going
Nice
to.
one.
Roll it over.
Very nice.
Very, very nice stone. Hail Moy. Yeah, Sebastian, that means very, very pretty.
Normal.
I'm definitely going to have to buy a thesaurus over the summer and study up some more words other than very nice and fantastic.
Yeah.
I say going and editing all of these shots sometimes it's a bit too much.
Yeah. There were kind of moments where every shot of the match was paired with a wow shout outs. Like,
Wait, hey! Hey, tout le long, encore.
and they keep it up.
Oh.
That works.
So that's going to work over. It's pushed
nice.
over. And they end up buried behind the
Yeah,
the
excellent.
guard. Is that one going to sweep over? No, it doesn't curl back
like
in,
that
but
one a lot.
pretty well covered. I'd say they could probably see maybe a third of that red stone.
2-7.
Great shot there from Laurent.
Maar zie jij er niks van?
Yeah, you can see like a third of the stone, but then again, will it curl enough?
Well, I think there's enough curl.
Yeah.
You throw it with hack or backline,
Niks mag één
you'll get
haast,
to
hè?
it.
Ja.
They are going to try and put more yellow.
Land! Oh! Land! Oh! Land! Hand for land!
Keep this on the right angle. It's a chip, but not enough.
This is not a successful takeout here. Bit of disappointment on Brom's face about that one.
Yeah, just a slight over curl. No, it was a little too far outside if it hit the angle. So while they're discussing an update from Sheet A, Schropke scored 3 in the second, but then Luxembourg followed up with 1 in the third. So at the fourth end, they are all tied at 3 over there. One coming in. Sweeper's not doing anything to it. It's a little bit deep. Sebastian going to try to sweep this one as far back as possible.
Ah, j'aurais bien joué
But,
de
yeah.
l'autre côté, en fait.
Why would you want to sweep it? You extend the curl. If you want to kind of try and do a hit and roll afterwards, you might as well have it just slightly after the tee and then tap and roll.
Allee.
I think that one was always going to be deeper than the tee. I'm not sure that Sebastian really carried it that much further, so no real points.
En dan gewoon naar binnen, klein tikje naar binnen.
Was never going to curl over enough. We've seen the ice is fairly straight this
3
afternoon.
seconden, ja.
Yep.
We see the votes coming in, still coming in for Housekeepers. Chat is very optimistic. The Housekeepers are going to do something special and come back Now, they're not out of it, don't mean to imply that, but Vergnaud has been playing generally very well this afternoon. This one's going to
Does not curl off.
Nope, just on the nose, sits out there.
Hack.
Yellow does sit shot, so Stefan's saying, let's go after this. Just hack weights.
Oh, oh, oh. Rien, c'est un peu dehors là.
Yeah, wanting the sweepers to wait. Now for the sweep. This one also going to hit on the nose.
Yep.
Stays out there. But it is now second shot, so going after it doesn't help Housekeepers that much. They are deciding they want to clean this out. They hit it at the right angle. They can double it as well. So
Oh, whoa, enkel curl.
this one also,
yeah, very little curl.
Gets it to move. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of weight there, so felt like that one should have moved a bit more than it did.
Mm-hmm.
Equipe Vergnaud looking to just hit and roll off this one. Stack up a guard. Protect that stone in the back of the house.
Shoot!
Steal is good for them, but I think they're also just saying, hey, let's limit the damage. We can play the scoreboard. This one also staying a bit on the outside. Just misses their shot in the back. That would have been disastrous.
Indeed.
But now where that
Guard, hè?
shooter is lying, it doesn't make sense to go after anything.
Niet? Ik zou niet te veel naar die buitenste rode stenen kijken nu. We hebben plaats. Ik zou nu achter onze guard gewoon liggen. Hè?
Looking to come in and maybe roll out over to the side there, get behind their guard.
Okay, zwaar, ja.
It's fairly deep, but
Nee, zwaar, is gelijk.
actually looking to come out over here. Same kind of
Hij is al
thing.
minder uit, hij is al minder uit.
Click in, get over there. Then they can start going after that one on the back.
Heel terug meer naar buiten nog. Weinig bijgeven.
Yeah, that yellow corner card is a little bit annoying for Housekeepers so far because Viri is attempting to get behind there and find some protection.
Trying to get the curl to roll over some. It's going to roll a little bit, but nowhere near enough. Yes, teams just haven't been able to find that line that gets them to roll over onto the inside. It's sitting fairly straight this afternoon.
Another attempt for Viri. Can Stefan get one behind the guard there?
Yep. You know, and Vergnaud, they have the opportunity. They have the advantage because they don't need to get this buried directly behind the guard. If it pokes over on the other side, then it's covering up their shot stone in the back.
Yeah, and even if yellow's out, I mean, as long as Housekeepers can just score one on the hammer, I think that's also a result if you have a 3-point lead at this stage of the game.
Wait.
Just make sure they don't.
Wait.
Make sure this one doesn't over curl. This one's gonna be a bit on the inside. How far is it going to peek around the other side?
Oh, peeks out.
Now gets over there on the button.
It was a nice attempt.
2-7. Okay.
So yeah, again, as long as Housekeepers have nothing in the house, I would be fine giving them 1 point. Take the 2-point lead and the hammer halfway the game.
This is the important stone. This is where they need
Oh!
to get this one to roll over.
Sebastian indicating this one is white. Needs to curl.
Girl! Naar
This
buiten,
one's
volgen
gonna
als je
get-
kunt.
Is going to roll out to the other side. Does get that one off in the back, so they at least get rid of one. Don't accidentally cover it up.
Oh, so it's another hit and roll here.
Ouais. Wait, wait. Wait.
Immediate call for line here.
Allez, encore,
Hold this
encore,
one.
encore.
Ooh, this
They don't
could
mind
work.
a little bit of a roll inside,
That's good.
not too much. Okay, that's
Yeah.
going to be good. That's going to be really nice there.
Yeah. Because also, if it rolls, but it's not rolling behind the yellow one, you
Gewoon
don't
op de
want to
neus
leave
is
some
goed,
kind
maar
of
een klein
double.
rolletje is
But
beter.
this is exactly what they
Zeven.
wanted, I guess. Just get a yellow out of play. And now it's up to the housekeepers. And an important takeout, because
Whoa.
if it rolls,
It needs to stay inside the 4 foot.
yeah,
Nose hit is fine,
Girl,
I
girl.
believe.
Ga niet meer. Girl!
cannot roll out. This cannot roll
it's
out.
staying outside. This is going to trickle out, and that is going to be a steal of one.
Die dubbel zat er niet meer in.
And another steal here.
Gewoon weer.
And this is very unfortunate because an extra point for Viry to try and defend their spots in League A. And I don't know if Grey Ducks are watching right now, but virtually halfway this game, the Grey Ducks are relegating to League B, and Viry, they are keeping their chances alive, which is a big thing for them. They came in this weekend with a very difficult mission. They had 2 points and they needed to win 2 out of 3 games against pretty tough opponents. That was a tough thing to do, but so far they are pulling it off. It's only halfway the game, but the housekeepers, they struggled a bit, and there was this touch of the stone where they gave up 2 instead of taking that point. And here, open takeout, missed it, rolled outside, another steal for Viry. And I think Viry, they can start to play the scoreboard. They don't need to find those difficult stones. They just need to keep the house under control, clear out stones, make sure that housekeepers can't come back in the game, do those little takeout games. They can start off with putting a stone in the house, forcing housekeepers to chase. Things are looking very good for Viry so far.
Yeah, they're definitely in the driver's seat, and you know who picked them. You know who decided they were going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
This guy right here. So yeah, they're looking really good. They're playing very smart. Hitting the shots that they need to hit. Kind of, both teams have struggled a little bit with getting those hit and rolls over, but this time it's housekeepers have just seemed to be a little bit more outside. Gets that roll away. The unfortunate touch of the stone, but even that wasn't guaranteed because that looked like that was going to kick off the red. Maybe that would have slowed it down enough to prevent it from going in and scoring. But yeah, there's a difference between being tied 2-2 and being down 4-1, and now 5-1.
5-1 is big, and remember, for Viry, even a tie is good enough. They don't really need to win this game. So as soon as they tie, they're out of the woods. They're safe. They're in League A. So I think 4 more ends to go. Housekeepers, they will have to come back stronger. I don't know if they're going to be offered some extra money from Tom and the team to kind of have that extra motivation to come back. But because that's also the thing for housekeepers. Okay, you don't like to lose games, but then again, nothing's really at stake for them. So could they kind of fall into that relaxation, like, okay, we accept it's not going to be our day-to-day, it's not our match, and then kind of slide in that comfort zone that you might not even throw your best efforts?
I still think that they're going to try to fight this one out. They're a competitive bunch. I still think they're going to try to do it their best, but you might see them shake hands in a situation where, you know, if they're down by 3 with 2 nets, you might see them decide to shake hands.
That's the thing,
give it a call. So
if you're forced to play, if you're forced to kind of go all the way until the end, you're not shaking hands. But here they could say, okay, it's good. We're gonna close the season here. We're gonna have some drinks. It's Sunday, and that's also not in favor for Greyducks. That Housekeepers they don't really need to win or lose or whatever. They're at a solid second place here. Oh. But yeah, if Stefan is watching, if Chris is watching, if Tom is watching, I think I bear with you guys. I kind of feel your emotion. I had that kind of same little stress right before we started against Glasgow Rangers. Like, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a thrill. But you want to be on the other side of the line, and it's really comforting to not be there. But there's always one team that is playing over the fear of relegating. That also makes the Belgian Curling League fun. It's not just a round robin with a billion teams. Everybody has something at stake, and even deep down in the season, there are always matches and teams that have something at stake. A lot of promotion relegation stories going on.
Yeah, I love that. I wish we had that more in U.S. leagues, but I'm a big fan of it here over in Europe. So they are getting ready to go back out on the ice. We're seeing some handshakes. Stefan going over to the other side. I think the Housekeepers are back on the ice and are ready. So let's join them out there. I will pick far. There we go.
Yes, and while they are doing that, let's have a quick update on the other sheets, because, of course, League A games are more high-paced. On Sheet A, we have, let's see, it's a tie, and red is Luxembourg, and they are playing against the Schropkes, so all tied so far on that end.
And I see, if I can take a peek over in the house, Schropkes are sitting on the pin, but Luxembourg has a stone sitting right next, coming in for a takeout, getting rid of the Schropke stone. Yep, so now they're sitting 2, but I think there might be a double opportunity over there.
What's happening over on the C sheet, where we have League C playing?
They are in their intermission as well, just finishing up, but they did not post a score from the 4th end. Maybe Frauke could tell us what happened in the 4th.
We'll have a quick update soon.
It was a 3 house for Smerglokska.
Ooh, that's
so it's 4-2 over. Oh nope, sorry.
2 house,
other way around. It was a 2 house for the Maishes. She said 4-2, so
yeah,
it's okay.
It's all right.
Frauke giving misinformation.
He's trying to
subvert the system.
Yeah, she thinks we don't fact check and we don't make sure, but
to be fair, yeah, I speak to her in English and it's not her native language, so.
Good girl up. Wax the girl.
Right, so Fury, they opened with a center guard. They opted not to put something in the house, but still went for the center guards.
This one looking all right. It's going to curl out. Maybe not get quite as deep as they would like, but it does get into that corner guard area.
Got. Ça, alors tu viens là.
Stefan putting a guard behind the yellow.
Yeah.
Nope. Now they're talking about going behind. So.
Yeah. Why not? Why not try and come around? I mean, even every stone in the house is pretty nice. It's something that Housekeepers have to take out if it's there, and if it's not, then it could be buried. So I like the draw option.
And even if this is short, you end up with the double center guard, which is obviously an advantage.
Ça ralentit là. Sûr.
Just staying out wide. Weight was good. Maybe a little.
Well, this is pretty heavy, to be honest. It could have been a 5 or a 6, and now it's a 9.
Veel vallen. Whoa. Curl als je kunt.
Got the weight. Gonna try to
Back for
curl,
curl, come
sweep
on.
to help it curl some more. Get it buried. This one's gonna come in right about the T-line.
Beetje daar geduwd. Dat in die kant van de lijn en ik stond hier. Maar...
This one
It's
it's covered by the guard.
This is a great opening. This is what you have as textbook opening when you have the hammer. Corner guard, stone in the house, behind the guard, in front of the T. Okay, it's not 100% tucked away, but let's not split hairs here. So it's easy to be overcritical of saying, well, if you compare it to perfection, it was not perfection. I think,
Oh, trying to get this one around. This is gonna crash on the guard.
Bah ouais, mais tu les lâches et elles partent tout de suite là. C'est pas grave.
Stefan not happy with that. Even I don't speak the. I didn't understand everything he said, but I got the
Il curle
tone.
plus que les...
Non, non, pas de soucis, pas de soucis. Non, non, pas de soucis, pas de soucis.
Definitely something with the release
Oh,
going
like
on
it, yeah.
there. With a pat on the shoulder, everything is forgiven.
Zo.
And in the language of love, there are no hard feelings.
No, this is. Oh, that was right. That was early. It's too early for the takeout. That
Yeah.
should be the other way. It should be over a little more. It's about half covered.
Yeah, indeed. It's
But
the-
not for us to interfere. We are just observers. They do not have the option, the benefit of having the video
no.
replay.
And also, I think the rule says that the housekeepers, they get to replace it on the position where they thought it was.
Yep.
So if it ends up in a position
Wacht
where
even, girl.
we think it's in a
Oh,
disadvantage,
wacht.
they had full responsibility over that.
Ja, lijn.
This one's going to
Left
tap
one.
on that guard. They're going to try to do something with it. That's going to tap it a little bit towards the inside. That's good. That's a good result. You know,
Yeah.
second.
But is it too deep? Because
Now-
is there a double?
Now it might be, yeah.
Did he sweep it too deep? Now the angle's there.
Jérémy!
Asking for Jeremy to curl this over. It's not going to quite get there. Gets rid of the one. Shooter will slide out the other side of the house and
Ouais,
out
sa
of
première...
play.
Ja.
Oh,
Ah ja, ook een goed idee. Kunnen we iets meer rechterkrappen nog. Ja. Ja, misschien zo. Ja.
Stefan not happy with
Op de middenlijn.
Laurent Stone's this end.
Yep.
Now, brothers, will they fight? What's going to happen? Cause some animosity, bad blood between the brothers. Highly doubtful. It is still just a game.
Well, we all have seen The Lion King when we were a kid, so
That's true.
you know what can happen.
Moet in het huis, hè.
I highly doubt he's getting thrown under a stampeding pack of wildebeest. This one gets around. Gets behind that guard. It's going to make it a lot tighter.
Also a bit, maybe. I think the shot zone is still reachable with
Même
some hack
vitesse
with
que tout à
stone.
l'heure là, dans ce sens-là.
Jeremy's turn to go after it. He's thrown some fantastic stones today, so they will have a good look at this one, I think.
Un peu là. Choup! Wow, 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 wow!
Needing it to curl just a little bit more. It's going to get by the guard, but is it going to get all the way out to
Catches
that
it.
yellow?
Tap,
Catches it.
jams. Lovely, lovely. Does the trick. Yellow is out, the danger's out. Yellow has nothing in the house.
Ja? Ah, nee.
And those two reds behind.
Yeah, could have used
the
a
T-line, so
true. Could have used a bit more curl to really kind of find that spot behind the guard, but then again, I think it would popped out over on the other side.
Ja. Ja, het is dat.
I think they can be pretty
Send the
happy
guard.
with this. It's up to housekeepers to clear some guards.
yeah, gonna take this
Snelheid,
one,
dus, hè.
take this one away.
Minder ijs. Nog. Ik heb altijd naar buiten gezet aan die kant. Ja. En hachtlijn, hachtlijn. Hachtlijn.
This didn't really work because they still leave more or less a center guard. I think Fury, they can still get around, even if it's slightly exposed. That redstone in the back can serve as an annoying stone to do some takeouts on a shot stone. So even on that position, makes it not super fun for the housekeepers.
Ouais, c'est serré, allez là-dedans.
Going for line here.
Ouais.
Make sure this one doesn't overcurl. It needs to get down into the zone. We don't want to get this one right about the center line.
Encore. Collez à la jaune, Allez, encore.
Tap on yellow.
Allez, encore.
Ouch. Was light.
It's a little bit light, but I still think that's... I mean, you can get to that red with the hack.
I think they preferred it to have just around yellow biting in the house. That would have been a different story. But still up to housekeepers to try and come around. And promoting yellow is not easy because the center red is kind of blocking that that angle to really put yellow in a nice spot. The angles are nice to open things up. That could work. Hit reds on the right side. I think should be okay.
And we discuss where the aiming point is. All right, while we're waiting for this update on sheet A, Luxembourg scored 2 more in the fourth, so lead at 5-3 over Dentrubkas.
Housekeepers, they did not use a takeout for this or timeout for this one, so I think they still have plenty of thinking time left.
Yeah, I think they were. Both teams have been keeping up pace with this game, so not much to worry about just yet.
And John is yawning here.
It's past my bedtime.
Past my bedtime for the old man. Alright, so yellow sits on the edge of the house, and that was not what they wanted. Overcurled. Brom is clearly disappointed with this one. And I think Fury, they can go for a takeout, basically.
Yeah, they just have to take out just hits.
Yeah, I mean, if it weren't for the scoreboard, you can try and come around and draw behind the guards. But yeah, looking at the scoreboards,
there's no need to.
No need to.
Especially with housekeepers only having this one stone in the house, only 2 more to play in this end. There's that yellow stuff in the front, but how are you going to get multiple stones into the house to make this a dangerous situation for Vergnaud?
Wait.
This one looks to be doing all right.
Yeah, can use a bit of a roll, but this is perfect. Maybe not too much of a roll.
Oh, that's a very well-played stone.
Excellent stone.
It's going to end up in a spot where, okay, there's backing behind it. Maybe there's a gap, but it's still, they can't just nose hit it out.
Tu peux arrêter de faire le ménage à chaque fois juste au moment de lancer là. Fais-le avant.
Tik, tik.
What he said.
Yeah.
Of hier komen.
Yeah, I think you can see they are starting to feel confident. Like, okay, this is kind of turning our way. It's looking good again. 5th end, we have score lead. We have the momentum going on here.
Ja.
Housekeepers are struggling a bit.
Van buiten naar binnen, ja. Ja. Snelheid. Ah, zo. Oké. Hetgeen dat ik zei, ja. 2-5.
Looking at this double. Interesting option here. He's going to have some weight on it. Get the weight going inside out. Kind of sweep for calling to sweep for line.
Hak voor lijn. Hak voor lijn. Hak voor lijn. Come on.
Needs to get on the inside. It
Stays wide.
stays wide. Gets rid of that other one in the back there, but leaves that shooter out in the open.
Still an open takeout and
Ram slam there.
yeah,
That feels like that was unnecessarily
risky.
Yeah, like they need to score, and taking the shot where everything was basically outer edges behind the T line.
Yeah, because what if you have confidence in your draw it and you draw one in there and it's up to three to try something, do a better draw. What if they fail? I mean, you could still kind of try put one stone in on the pin, a second stone, a third stone. That's also a way to start scoring point. Make use of those guards. I mean, you're the team that needs to score. The guards are there. The pin's open.
I think Brahma's not going to like to. He probably won't watch this match back, but if he does, he might not like to hear what we say.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Ah,
This one is going to stay kind of on the nose, maybe roll over. No, doesn't get any kind of movement.
No, but yeah, because of their point leads, they can accept just a takeout, and if it's not perfect, okay, and they don't get the bonus. But there's also not much damage. It's basically they're sitting two, and it's either a draw or a takeout. But it's a 4-1, and that's always good, even if you don't have the score lead.
Thomas sweeping just to make sure.
Hak. Curl.
Need this to curl. Is this too far outside?
Could be a nice tap and roll if this works.
Risk is that it comes up light because of the tap.
Yeah.
And this one is going to be okay.
That works.
Much more dangerous than it needed to be.
Die snelheid had ik niet goed door. Want ik hoorde snelheid
You already
is
clicked
niet
next. You
snel
did
genoeg.
already click.
I didn't click anything.
Nee, maar gewoon als je in het midden werkt van te traag, dan kom je niet helpen. Maar ja, eind goed, al goed.
That's fine. Now we're okay. For me, it jumped ahead, even though I only clicked +1. Didn't click next yet. So, seeing some more votes rolling in. These are all going to Equipe Vergnaud. Trish is back.
Hi, Trish.
Welcome. Good morning. It should still be morning there in Quebec.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, how are things going for the Belgium Cups? They have their little huddle, and high five is ignored.
Yeah,
but luckily,
Smerklok scored 1 there in the 5th, so it is now 4-2 for the Belgian Cubs.
Len.
Thomas starting things off here for Housekeepers in the
Len,
6th.
is oké. Len. Als hem erover is, stoppen.
10 a.m. So a breakfast session there in Quebec.
Daar kunnen we nog een tweede Sintergaard van maken.
The Sunday sessions are the coffee, croissant, curling, and Curdia. We had our coffee and croissant this morning.
We even had a pink donut to celebrate
diabetes.
Hey, but for us it's off season. We won our game yesterday. We can relax, lean back, and watch how this game unfolds, how the league unfolds, and then be back in shape. Oh no, you have to be in shape because you have a tournament in Poland coming up.
In Poland next weekend. We still have doubles matches to play. You can still win that league.
I think our primary objective is always takeout targets, and I think we've done a decent job there. Sorry if we tend to brag about it a bit, but
It's our channel. We can do what we like.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Well placed corner guard there. A little bit of extra help. Cedric coming out to sweep. Yeah, we'll have to find a word that begins with C that means the same thing as diabetes, so we can keep that in the C's.
Now you're hungry. Well, is it because of us mentioning croissants and diabetes, or is it because of the fact that you are seeing king slice pizza kind of suddenly in front of your eyes, each and every stone? I mean, if you have a craving for pizza, it's not our fault. We blame the ice. Just as every curling player always blames the ice for their mistakes. It's never because you throw wrong, it's because the ice makers probably did something that you didn't expect. And if you can't blame the ice, there's always the sweepers to slap around.
Je pense que c'est plus.
Trish blames me personally. I'm sure I have something to do with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is even a John emote you can use in chat. I think Nacho has access to the John emote. See his friendly face there.
When a little heavy goes through, Housekeeper's going to try to take advantage. Use those two guards in the center, curl around. Put some pressure. They need to put pressure on Vergnaud this end.
Way outside.
Yeah, you can see chances of winning for Housekeepers, and the poll is dropping pretty hard. They were over 80% near the start of the game, and now they are close to 50%. Yeah. This one is wide.
I feel like it's more of these people tuning in late, seeing the score, and saying, I'm going to pick, but hey, as long as they join my side, they're okay. My personal prediction before the match, for those of you just tuning in, was Team Vergnaud. I figured they had the most to play for. They were going to be the most focused. They are playing to avoid relegation to League B. Housekeepers firmly entrenched in second place no matter what happens in this game, so a little bit less to play for. This one just ticks off. and
it works because of that tick, I think.
Yep,
it just slightly went off course and therefore on course. And what a happy little mistake there.
Yep. Just the slightest kiss. We got blessed with one of those last night against the Rangers.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was tight on my throw. Happened to catch the guard at the right angle, catches something else, and then we rolled up underneath beneath cover, and were able to steal the end. I don't think I could apologize enough. I felt Canadian.
Wachtable curl. Enkel curl. Wachtable curl.
Line looks fine. They need this to curl. Weight looks okay too. Just need to try to get it over. Yeah, it doesn't need to be too deep, but it does need to curl over. This one looks pretty good. It's going to stay above the tee. Yeah. Stefan not even waiting for the stone to stop, setting up, saying, let's take out this guard.
Yep.
Open things up.
Yeah, you mentioned that Canadians are always very sympathetic, apologetic, very modest, very... but then my experience with Canadians is I've seen Ashley Way here at the curling club watching Canada against Sweden in the cup. And when she noticed Nicholas Adin making that last stone, well, there was not a lot of Canadian about her remarks.
There's certainly passion.
There is definitely passion.
Canadians are very known for apologizing. They are very passionate athletes, passionate sports fans.
I blame the Dutch. She has been living in the Netherlands for too long. She's picking up bad behavior there. Because Valerie
calling for line
is very modest. Calling for line here indeed.
This one's gonna get by just fine. Wanting us to curl over, but they needed to curl over more. They don't want to leave a double.
I think the double's there.
What?
Hard to tell. They'll definitely try, I guess. They're going to use their run back option.
Là. Wait.
Jeremy getting low, going with the pace on this one. Sweeper's called immediately. This one's going to peel it off. Catches on the other red, but still ricochets out, so gets things open exactly what they wanted.
Nee, meer huis, hè? Meer huis. Meer huis.
I think Annemiek and Merrill are now here.
Oh yeah, I hear some. I think so too. I think just saw them in the background. There was a little head popping out there with a tiger cap. Oh, nice. Yeah, Merrill has this a little cap that says Team Tigers or something like that.
Een klein beetje meer, denk ik. De marge is... Nee, ja. Oké. Goed gezet.
Feels a bit on the heavier side. It's going to be deep. I mean, a freeze isn't the worst thing here, to be honest, if it's...
But then again, if you throw some peel with at it, I think because of the angles, you can just clear all three of...
Yeah, there's just enough gaps between the three that it's not frozen.
They're not in a straight line. They find these kind of little angles, so I think if you just throw something heavy on the front one, clears two, maybe three. That's what they're going for here.
It's a normal, little bit heavier.
Important stone here for Jeremy.
It's off. This one's got the weight.
Potential shot of the match.
Looking at the line. Sweeper staying off it now. Still holding them off. This one's going to be a little bit on the outside, so just going to peel off that top one. So now I think Housekeeper's going to do the same. Get this over on top, set it up there. Jeremy asking what happened. I think he kind of just a little bit outside on the release. And when you throw that fast, it doesn't take much to keep it outside.
Snelheid. Niks doen. Nooit.
Looks okay at the line and the weight. Just trying to make sure it needs to curl over.
Nog. Oh. Heel mooie steen, Bram.
There you go. That's the height that they really wanted on that previous one. Fortunately, Jeremy did not make them pay on it. Now they need to discuss what can they do.
De toute façon, il faut virer. De toute façon, il faut quand même jouer celle-là. Au pire, 6 fois après, au moins j'ai l'accès là. On peut pas laisser ça comme ça. Ah, mais déjà, on peut. Si je la prends pas ici, mais un tout petit peu ici, ça peut être pas mal là.
They are still going to try that run back with some weights. I mean, the guard has to go, and I think if you find a good angle, there is still a potential triple take out there.
un tir.
Now, if you haven't voted in the poll for who you think is going to win, put your votes in now. At the end of this end, it closes, and then we're going to start opening up the player of the match poll. Still have to kind of figure out who the candidates are for that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell so far.
Wait, wait.
Didn't kind of keep track on like taking those. This person's a super good stone. I know we had some clicks there.
This one does get it over, opens things up. For me personally, I'm leaning towards Jeremy. I think he's played the best all-around match. He's thrown some really good stones, really good curls. I think from the housekeeper's side, I think Thomas. He's done a lot with the broom to help things out. I think he's been throwing pretty good lead stones, getting things where they need to be.
Whoa, land, 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 land! Whoa!
Just want this one up high again. Is that gonna over curl?
It over curls, John. It over curls, and now there is a very feasible chance for Stefan to just come in there, at least take one out. Two is better, but they have a chance to knock out one yellow.
On essaie de faire 0 en sortant, en la prenant là. Ça, on sort les deux. On va voir comment on la voit. Si c'est jouable, on fait ça, sinon on isolise de l'autre côté. Ouais, je pense que c'est jouable.
Yeah, they'd even be okay with hitting us on the outside. I'm just going to pop over here real quick. That if he's able to come in off here and get this to catch over, then they could still lose both of these stones.
Yeah, I think so indeed, because they're so close to each other. If you hit the front one, it'll most likely hit the second one as well. So with a little bit of controlled weights.
And even for Vergnaud, losing the shooter, if they double these out and lose the shooter, well, it's a blank end. They keep the hammer, and the most important part is housekeepers not scoring.
Yeah, you don't want to have housekeepers. You don't want them to steal two here.
This one might be a little bit too far outside.
Thinks it is.
Yep, that is going to flash by. So that is the first major mistake for Team Vergnaud today.
And a lifesaver for the housekeepers, but also a lifesaver for the Grey Ducks. The Grey Ducks, they can breathe again. I don't know at this point where they are. Grey Ducks. But I'm sure they will keep an eye on the game. I'm pretty sure Danielle is keeping the team updated.
Cedric leading. I gave the points to the wrong team. Sorry. Let's go back. Oh no, you stupid! I clicked the wrong thing. All right. While I struggle with getting the scores back up correct.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it. And we see housekeepers putting a stone in the house from the D line. Nice stone.
There we go. We're all up to date. Everything is correct. Now it is Cedric's turn to throw.
I hope your little mistake with the scoreboard didn't give Stefan a heart attack out there.
Well, if he could see it, then he's cheating, because then he would be having outside influence, which is not allowed. Outside electrical devices, which is not allowed.
No, I mean Stefan van der Meer and
right. Grey Ducks, yeah. This one is going to get rid of the yellow, and the red is going to be out of the house. It'll be interesting to see how housekeepers play this one. Are they going to want to try to steal? If they can steal multiple, then that would be great. Obviously, they want to hold Vergnaud from not scoring too many. If they do end up giving up points.
Oké, ja, maakt niet uit. We gaan er een tweede bij leggen. Oké, hoe is dat?
As a French from North America, it feels very weird to hear French from France right now. I can imagine, Trish. They're the same language but different. Just the pronunciation and the colloquialisms and the mannerisms that they speak.
Ah, ça traverse, je pense.
For us, they're not so rare. We see them all the time.
Rien, en tout cas, rien. Si ça traverse pas, ça va rester.
But even the French speakers here in Belgium have sort of a different manner than French speakers in France.
Non, je la voyais bien plus.
The French curling community is very small. It's very spread out. I think that's what makes it difficult. That's why we have teams from France coming up here to play, because otherwise they're just playing everybody in their club. And it's closer to come to Belgium than it is to, say, go from Paris to Lyon or some of the more southern clubs.
Wow, Len ziet er mooi uit. Len ziet er mooi uit. Len. Okay.
Gets around, so they're going to have that double guard there. Now, what's funny is Vergnaud has been leading this match the entire way. Suddenly they give up 2. They're still leading, but now more of the votes are coming in for Vergnaud.
Yeah, indeed.
Despite giving up the 2. So very, very fans are deciding that Vergnaud is going to hold it out. They are in a very strong position here, having the hammer with the lead.
It is an interesting game indeed, and John was sounding very confident about his prediction 10 minutes ago, but I see some sweat on his forehead because he knows things could turn again. The housekeepers, they haven't given up yet.
There we go. Gets the double. Gets rid of that other stone that was sitting out there behind the back of the house.
Yep, excellent stone there.
Syndergaard.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons, Trish, like why we like going to Bonspiels, and it's easy that there are so many countries around us that we can do this, because it is nice to play against other teams and you get different skill levels.
Heel trage sliding. Oh.
He was slow off the hack.
Len.
So,
want to make sure this one gets around that guard. I think it's going to be slow, and it's going to tick and roll.
This is what they wanted, though. Probably just wanted to get in the house.
Yeah, they were trying to get around behind it. I believe that one was just a
very slow,
slow off the hack.
Ouais, c'est sérieux encore. Cédric, la rouge. Allez.
Go, gets rid of it, opens things up. They just want to keep the center clean.
Hetzelfde. Ja, ik weet, we gaan straks kunnen vriezen of zo, maar ik zou nu nog... Syndergaard.
Sebastian talking possibly about a freeze, but I don't think they want to do that right away. Wanting to go with the center guard. Gotta pass the time between your turns somehow. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, they wanted a center guard. I guess technically they got a center guard. Maybe a little bit deeper than they would have liked. But Stefan is not going to leave that there. Update over on sheet A. Luxembourg stole one in the fifth.
Allez, tout long.
So they lead it 6-3 over Den Schrumpkes there. This one's going to catch it, get rid of it. Very good stone from Jeremy. Very solid game today.
He's playing a very good game so far.
Hit and roll. Hit, roll, 2-7.
And on sheet C, Smerg Lukska scored 1 in the 5th, but the Cubs scored 2 in the 6th. They lead at 6-2 over Smerg Lukska, and they are in the 7th end as well.
Ja, wel. Ik wil dat wel proberen, dan is hij gewoon ook ineens weg. En we zien wel wat ze doen. Ja, de snoot blijven liggen daar. Hè. En dan gaan we er naar achter kruipen. Hè. 2-7 of 2-5? 2-5? 2-5. Minder huis.
And I realized I did forget to close the poll. Team Vergnaud slightly moving ahead in the votes.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting if people pop in. It's still an exciting game. You can still come in and think who's going to win here.
Yeah,
it's very indecisive.
Still open.
Girl, camera.
Trying to get at the Cobra. I'm trying to sweep it over that way. Doesn't get the roll inside, but does get rid of the shot stone. However, they now are sitting out in the open. Great away, calling for a sweep. This one's going to catch on the inside. It's going to roll a little bit, but that's going to be a nice positioning.
I like this one.
Although that does now... Yeah, now it leaves something for housekeepers to hit and roll underneath. Housekeepers definitely desperately need this shot to get into a spot where they can protect it.
Oh! Girl! Land!
It's around the guard.
Rechtels, rood.
Gets rid of it, rolls outside. Ooh, it's actually covered up by that higher guard. Yeah, though, that's a good spot. What is Vergnaud going to do with this?
Sinon, on peut prendre. C'est la 5 parce qu'après, sinon, on peut venir comme ça. Là. On peut essayer de tirer avec la 5 là.
Not going for a takeout. They have plenty of thinking time to still figure this out.
They're looking at running it back.
Ah, mais c'est ça.
Yeah, I think that works. I mean, you probably don't want that guard sitting there. It doesn't help you. And if you have to take the guard away, you might as well see if there is an extra bonus in taking it away in a way that it runs back.
But I think the shooter is going to kind of sit in the middle no matter what, especially where they're looking at having to hit it. So they were just replacing one guard with another. And if they miss this, suddenly...
Unless their stone, of course, jams against yellow, and then they become the shot stone behind that second red guard. Which is a kind of nice opening if you have the hammer. Just have that shot stone behind your own hammer, but the middle still open. And if this works, could be a shot of the match. But that's a big if.
Seen Stefan make good shots like this before. Calling for sweep straight out of his hand. This one looks to be over curling a little bit. It's going to get to the outside edge of the nose, or maybe we're straight on the nose.
This doesn't change anything, so this is a little failure there. Just slightly over curled, and that makes all the difference because now they basically haven't changed anything. And Housekeepers, they can defend, try and steal here.
Trish asking, how are the women's team doing on the other side? So our Belgian Cubs, the junior girls team here in Belgium, they are leading Smerdlovska 6-2 in the 7th end. So they're doing a pretty... And sitting in a pretty strong position.
With a whole bunch of guards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guards to protect that one little stone sitting there all alone with no friends in the center of the house.
Yeah, but they do have that yellow one sitting out on the edge that's still counting. So they are sitting in pretty good position right now.
Timeout here for Housekeepers. I think they're gonna draw. Could be a little bit worrying for Fury. Can they stay in A? We are close to the final conclusion here in the Belgian Curling League. We have Luxembourg against Dutch Schropkes. Luxembourg is probably winning that game.
Yeah, they are leading 6-3.
Snelheid! Oh, lijn is oké. Blijven kijken, lijn, alleen lijn. Oh, kijken. Hij komt er, niks. Ja.
This one is not going to curl around, but I think this one as a biter is perfect.
Yeah, it takes away the draw there on that side. Now, can you get around over on the left side with a little bit of a hack weight, back weight takeout to just tap the shot Yellowstone?
Yeah,
or do you want to make a better draw? Because
I think they're just looking for a better rush. Plenty of room over there. I think they just need to get halfway into the 8-foot, maybe a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Not quite to the 4, so lots of room over there.
Yeah. It's an important draw here for Veri. Very important one. This is one of those typical shots where, as a fourth, you really need to make sure you get the weight right, and also for the sweepers to get a good estimate on the stone, because this is going to decide.
I don't like this one. It feels heavy. It feels wide. Sebastian is going to sweep on this one just to make sure. Not even necessary there. So. Oh, if they could get it all the way out the back,
no,
they could have scored 2.
Second shots.
Okay, so
steal of 1 and a little bit of a relief there. But what a game, John. What a game.
It's coming down to this last end, hopefully down to the last stone. Oops. Did something wrong here.
Oh, you don't need to mention every time.
Yes, I do.
What a game.
Confused, old man.
It is...
I didn't see this coming at the halfway point. You know, comfortable 5-1 lead for Vergnaud. You know, Housekeepers have scored won each of the last 3 ends to tie things up.
Yeah.
And so this is turning out to be much more. I was afraid it was going to be kind of a runaway.
Yeah. And what's going through your mind now? If you're Daniel, you're part of the Grey Ducks, you're watching this game from behind the window and you see this unfold, it's tight, but Vergnaud has the hammer. How do you feel about this? Are you nervous? That's something
you obviously have to be. We're, yeah, there's just no question. You've got no control over what's going on. It's out of your hands. And even a draw does not help you. So you are hoping for a Housekeeper's steal in the worst way right now.
Indeed, that's the thing. A draw doesn't help you. So, and they have the hammer. So virtually Grey Ducks relegate to B. Viri barely holds on to that League A.
Yeah. And they have to come down to it. Now, the advantage for Vergnaud is they can get into a hitting match. They can just play to clear things out and leave it open for their last stone. So they don't have to try anything risky.
Nope.
1 point
An
is
empty
enough,
house,
and even a blank house.
That's enough. I don't think they care only about one thing, and that's not losing.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that matters to them.
This one heavy going through, but also that's a fine miss. No doesn't change anything.
There's plenty of thinking time for both teams. I don't think any team used their timeout so far. I don't know, there was one timeout.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure who has the timeouts left.
I think one team consumed their timeout. But yeah, I think they have plenty of time, so time will not be an issue.
Tour finally joining us, showing off the Pim and John emotes.
Yeah. The handsome boys.
If you become a member of the channel, a supporter of the channel, you can use our faces as emotes as well.
Can they get it in?
This one is, they really wanted that one behind.
Yeah,
that double center guard. I mean, they do, but it's not stacked up, so it's
not the opening they hoped for, not the opening they wanted. But they have guards. Could come in hand. They only need one stone to steal and win.
Whoa. Allez, y va.
Caro also tapping in. Let's see if this will affect the poll. Trust in Team Vergnaud is growing. You can slightly see that percentage going up. People start to believe it's going to happen. People start to believe Vergnaud is going to save their season in this weekend. They had 3 matches. They needed to win 2 to stay in A. And it could happen. But they will need to fight all the way until the last stone to really make it happen. But that's what we like, John. We like exciting games.
We want this to come down to the last stone.
This is why we'll never stream Team Vreken ever again. They are the most boring team ever based on the previous game. Just take us back to back.
Trying to get this to curl over. Not going to get there, so that's going to give Vergnaud something to aim at.
Yeah. They choose to take out the guards. I mean, I understand. The guards are dangerous. That's the one thing that that's gonna bite you in the behind if you don't clear them.
They're asking about a tie. Yes, if there's a tie, Team Vergnaud gets to stay in the A division.
Yep.
Clears things out, moves things over.
Oh, look at that.
And even guards
double take out and kind of guards their own shot stone. So this is a perfect stone. Will a very important one, but they pulled it off.
Yep.
And Housekeepers, they're going for a guard. They need a little bit of protection.
That's all they can do.
But what if they split the house? That's also an option. But
yeah, but
I mean, splitting the house and they kind of force Vergnaud to start choosing which stone they want to take out. But I think I also like the call for the guards. They have the shot stone right now, so they have to keep guarding their shot stone. That could work.
Goed curlen. Goed curlen. Enkel curl. Ja.
This one to curl over. So it crosses that center line and starts to move a bit more. There it goes. Don't want this to over curl. Got to get off the sweep. Very good position there.
Well placed guards. Normal takeouts. An important takeout here. You really need to clear those guards here.
Wait! Whoa!
It's a bit on the wider side, hoping this one curls over.
It's
gonna
fine.
Catch it and splits things open.
Job well done, well executed. And now it's back to Housekeepers to put that guard there again. And it's the kind of game, who's gonna make the first mistake?
Yeah.
If nobody makes a mistake, Housekeepers could steal, but the first one to leave something short, to miss, to be off the broom, the first one to make a mistake will lose this game here.
Needing to get this one over, don't want it too deep.
Jij komt van zichzelf. Ja, ik denk dat.
Oh, this one's gonna over curl. Is that the mistake?
Is this the mistake we were? I think it is.
That is the opening.
The Bram Slam is there. He knows this. This was an important guard, and this is not the time and place to start missing because it's money time right now.
Yep. We have a final over on sheet C. The Cubs scored 2 in the 7th, so they win that match 8-2 over Sverdlovsk.
That's a very nice result there.
Well, here Jeremy's trying to get this one over.
Shoop!
Going for the sweep.
Needs to curl. Is it curling enough?
There it goes.
It
there
is.
It goes.
It is.
Just slides underneath their own stone there.
Good result for Viri, and this was an important stone.
That's all they needed. And now that mistake from Housekeepers is even more important, more vital, because you see that it's covering over that red that's sitting in the corner of the house. There's no way they can go after that.
No.
So now they're going to have to try to do something. Maybe they can curl around and freeze on their own over there.
Yeah. Viri, they're this close from staying in A, but they are not there yet.
Cleaner. In.
Going for the center guard here.
Yeah, and I think Viri will just continue clearing those guards here.
Yep.
They can even take out both.
Normal.
I think it's just important to make sure you have the center one. That's the little boy you want to take out.
Sweeper staying off this one. There they go. Now finally getting the call. Catches one, catches the other, and that is fantastic.
Jeremy played such a strong game, and these two last stones of Jeremy might have sealed the deal here.
So yeah, for me, he's player of the match. Yeah, he has done so much with his stones this afternoon.
2 more stones. It's skip time. The skips, they need to pull it off. They need to save their team. Housekeepers, they want to show why they're second in the league. 3 times in a row. They want to end the season in style.
Girl! Girl! Come on! Look!
Can't get over there, and then they want the roll back to the middle. How far is it going to roll?
It's exposed, and can they sweep it out? Can they sweep it out?
Nope, that's going to stay in the back of the house, but Stefan saying, let's get rid of it. We don't care.
And Grey Ducks, they are squeezing their cheeks, and you know what kind of cheeks, because they're very close to relegating, and there is no really a big build-up here for Housekeepers, and a tie is good enough. 1 more stone for Housekeepers after this one. A tie is good enough for Viri to stay in League A.
this is a crucial stone for Viri. They get rid of this, then I think they will sign their ticket for next season. Yep, hit.
Excellent.
Rolls out, no problem.
There is only one more chance for Housekeepers. Try and draw behind the guards. They have plenty of time, and then they're going for a draw, obviously. I think Sebastian was looking at the clock. Plenty of time.
Yeah, thinking about do they talk about it or not, and it's like, no, just...
This stone will decide the fate of Greystones and Fury.
Hier hebben we meer plaats. De snoots liggen we achter de T-line hier, hè.
Bram suggested coming up from the outside, but Sebastian overruling him, saying, no, let's bring it up the middle. You got plenty of time. No need to worry about the thinking clock.
Take your time. Because he knows this is an important stone. Grey Ducks are out there. Tom's watching, perhaps. Stefan. Chris.
Fingers crossed all over the place.
All hopes for the Ducks are riding on the yellow stone from Bram here.
Len.
They get on the sweep a little too late. This might be too late. I think this is going to curl over onto the guard.
And that's a swear jar, and that's deciding the fate here. This ends the game. Handshakes, we pulled it off. They stay in League A, and they are sending Tom van Warterschoot and his Grey Ducks back to League B. What a game. Was very exciting. Great stones from both teams, but Viri pulled it off. I think Housekeepers had some risky shots here and there, but they also left it short. And remember, John, that little tap where Thomas tapped the stone with his shoe, allowing a steal for 2 instead of taking the points. Yep. Was that also a game decisive moment? We'll never know what would happen if he didn't touch it, but for sure it was part of the scoring.
Now, I know they've shaken hands, but there's one stone left. Aren't they supposed to throw it?
I think the rule says they can... But they already have a red one in, so technically they just throw it out. And
did they have one in?
There was one red stone in, yeah. They tapped it in with the last stone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then it's a single for...
It's a single for Viri. And I think, let's see, maybe they even update the scoreboard because that's how they are. Sympathetic.
They did. Stefan did put that up there.
Yeah. Score is out there. And there you can see him, the happy man, the smiles. It was very close. Big relief there for the people from Paris. But they pulled it off, and I think a little helicopter broom there and a high five for Cedric. A high five, not for Laurent, he's not watching, but for Jeremy, for sure, Jeremy. Player of the game, and still high five there.
Congratulations to Equipe Vergnaud. They'll be staying up in the A, and commiserations for the Grey Ducks. Yeah, wow. I mean, coming down to the last stones, really didn't expect that after the first half. But, Housekeepers made it interesting. Unfortunately, it ended on that kind of stone instead of a make. It ended on a miss, but that's the nature of the game.
That's the nature of the game, and Housekeepers, they tried their best, but I think this was a well-deserved victory for Viri. On the crucial moments, they made their stones. The stones that were important were made by Viri, and I think there was some misses for Housekeepers when it mattered, and of course that little tap with the shoe or the broom on the stone, that didn't help as well. But in the end, for Housekeepers, well, it doesn't matter that much for them. They're still second. You prefer to win, but even a loss is fine. But for Fury, it's important. Fury will be in League A. Grey Ducks relegate to the B, and that was maybe unexpected a couple of weeks ago. They were sitting strong with 5 points. They just needed that little extra point to seal the deal, but then they didn't manage to win yesterday, and I think that was also a painful one. Apparently, I didn't see the match, but apparently there was a takeout that was game decisive that was missed by Tom. And I think he's not going to see this game as the reason why they relegated, but probably the game of yesterday.
Yeah, they had the win in their hands yesterday. They had the opportunity to do. They had their destiny in their hands yesterday, and then when you leave it to somebody else, that's you have to take what you get. So fantastic ending to the League A season. I'm going to take a quick peek over on Sheet B. Sheet A, Schalke scored 1 in the 6th, so it is now 6-4 for Luxembourg. They are still in the 7th end, so we will not be able to report on what they did, how that finished. That match is just for placement in the B division. It doesn't change anything. So,
but the story is told. The BCL has came to the conclusion. We have a wrap up, and I think next year is a very foreign flavored League A, because we will have 4 foreign teams in there, 2 German teams, Keulen, Glasgow Rangers, 1 French team, of course, Fury, and then also the first time ever for Belgium curling, the English team, Owen Rees' team, Rees is joining League A, and they will try to put their best foot forwards. I think it's going to be interesting. Next year we have 2 teams going down, 2 legends of Belgium curling. We have Tom van Waterschoot and Wil Walter. We won't be seeing them in League A. Is this the kind of the grey revolution where older players get to kind of drop down? I don't know. I think they're still A-worthy.
Are they washed up? Are they past their prime?
Who knows?
I mean, Tom's not that much older than me, so I don't think so.
No.
I'm just entering my prime.
Yeah.
But
and in League B, there are 2 teams relegating there. We have the Huskies and we have the Daltons. Huskies, they were in League B because they're relegated from A to B, and now they're relegated from B to C. So basically, over the course of the season, they're going from A all the way back to C. But that's also unfair to make that comparison, because they also had some team changes going on there, and that's basically the big part of the story. From League C, we will have Yek Up Yuk and Wipe My Ass going up and joining the teams in League B, and maybe, who knows, maybe they do the reverse route. They go from C to B to A. Who knows? Could be possible.
Everything is possible. So that is the end of the 4-man curling, but we still have more doubles action coming up. Some matches on May 1st, some makeup dates being played. We still have a couple of more after that. We will have all of these things on our socials and put the scheduling up. So there is still the open doubles and the mixed doubles championships to be played for, league titles to be decided. We will be bringing you those. We're still in it in the open doubles. So, really chance to win. We've got 2 more matches. Yeah, we've got the trophy, our cup trophy.
This is proof. Physical proof that we are pretty good at doubles, but we'll have to finish it off with a win against Campina and potentially a win against Game of Stones, and maybe we'll win the league. But the Campina boys are over in Östersund practicing against other World's teams to try and do good at the World Seniors. Good luck to the boys over there. But,
So with that, we're going to say goodbye. We're going to tell you to like, subscribe, do all the social media stuff that every other TikToker and YouTuber does. Keep a lookout for everything. And thanks for stopping in. Those of you who just watched, those of you who chatted, Tour, Nacho, you guys are our first members. And thank you so much for the financial as well as the attentive support.
Yeah. Thanks to your financial support, John is able to afford a nice shirt instead of having these washed t-shirts. That's a big help. It makes us look better, especially makes John look better.
With that, we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.